Today I've got 6 books that I love from our home library that most people wouldn't think to read to a 0 to 2-year-old. In our family, we wanted to find things that were mutually enjoyable between us and the kids. Every single book on this list fits that description. First up is Blueberries for Sal. It's a story about how little Sal and her mother go up Blueberry Mountain looking for blueberries, and Little Bear and Little Bear's mother go up the other side of Blueberry Mountain or Blueberry Hill, and they get mixed up. Little Bear padded up and peeked into her pail. Of course, he only wanted to taste a few of what was inside, but there were so many, and they were so close together that he tasted a tremendous mouthful by mistake. This isn't the kind of paragraph that people are generally writing these days. So I really love the beauty of something like this. Highly recommend Blueberries for Sal. This is a favorite from when I was a kid. Oxcart Man. It is set in New Hampshire, which is where we live. It is by Donald Hall and illustrated by Barbara Cooney. It has these really sweet old-timey images. So it says, until he came to Portsmouth and Portsmouth Market. And I kid you not, this is actually what Portsmouth looks like. Downtown Portsmouth, there's a place by the water where you can stand across from the Sheridan and look towards downtown, and this is literally the scene. The rhythm of the book is repetitive, but in a good way. So he packs up all of the things in his cart and it goes through the list of things, and then he travels to the market, and then at the market he sells all of those things, and then he travels home and it does all of those things in reverse. Plants potatoes and turnips and cabbages and all the things that we remember from the beginning of the book. So a callback like that to the beginning of the book is a great thing to look for in children's literature, because as a kid it makes you go, oh, I knew that, I remember that. It's a really great story. Highly recommend. This one's great. It is On Duck Pond by Jane Yolen. It's illustrated by Bob Marstall. It's just a poem with some really beautiful illustrations. And at the back, it goes through all the different types of ducks and wildlife that are included in the book. As I walked by the old duck pond, its stillness as the morning dawned was shattered by a raucous call, a quack of ducks both large and small. Just really gorgeous wording, and it is a little bit trickier the first time you read through it than most children's books, but once you've got your mouth around those words and you've got the meter of it, it really is a lovely book to have in your repertoire. This one is one that I had never seen before. We found it at our local library. It's called Bringing the Rain to Kapiti Plain by Verna Ardema. It's illustrated by Beatrice Vidal. This is what is called a cumulative story, a little bit like The House That Jack Built. So on each page, something gets added to the verse. So we start with saying, this is the cloud, all heavy with rain, that shadowed the ground on Kapiti Plain. And then on every page, it adds to it all the way until he shoots down the rain. This was the shot that pierced the cloud and loosed the rain with thunder loud, all the way back to the big black cloud, all heavy with rain, that shadowed the ground on Kapiti Plain. It's a really fun rhyme and cumulative storytelling. Again, just like Oxcart Man, kids can predict because they remember what happened before. So it becomes a predictable story, and they feel competent as you read along because they remember what happened. They can guess what's coming next. We have what we lovingly call in our house Big Jamberry by Big Bruce Dagan and Small Jamberry by Small Bruce Dagan. A super cute poem where a bear and a little boy go through an imaginary land looking for berries for jam. And the text is really big and really simple, but it loses nothing in its simplicity. It is really fun, kind of bouncy storytelling. One of the things I love about this is that the more times you run through the book and you look at all the illustrations, which are just gorgeous, you see more, and you notice that, like, oh, those flowers are actually toast with jam on them, and oh, the canoe is full of blueberries. It's so adorable, and my son loves it so much that we got the tiny version as a board book. And it does tell a story. It does have a story arc where you get to the end and you feel like you've gone on a little bit of a journey, but it is quick and simple and super, super cute without being watered down. It's a good one. All right, we've come to my favorite. It's called The Rooster Who Would Not Be Quiet by Carmen Agredidi. It's illustrated by Eugene Yelchin. It's such a good book. It's such a good book. It is beautiful to read, lovely to speak aloud, which is not the case for all books. There are definitely books that feel jagged coming out of your mouth as you read them. This one is just really nice. What I love the most about it is that it's a good story. For 7 years, this town has been quiet as a tomb until one day, a merry gallito. Gallito is Spanish for rooster. So this merry little rooster and his hen and chicks moves into town. And the rooster, being brave and bold enough to say, no, I'm still gonna sing. No matter what, I am still gonna sing, reminds the townspeople that they have a song in their heart as well. Aww. I can't say enough good things about this book. Carmen Agredidi, we love you in this household. So those are the books I wanted to share with you today. I have a request for you. I'm hoping that you can leave in the comments a book from your childhood that you loved, or a book from your children's childhood that you're enjoying right now, so that we can expand our repertoire and read some fun new books. Leave that down below in the comment section. I would love to know. And I welcome you to subscribe if you want to come along for more content on enjoying motherhood and enjoying your children.